Hello, welcome to the daily English news program on Azərbaycan Television with the most important events of the day. I am your host, Ilham Məmmədov. President of the United States of America, Joseph Biden, addressed a letter of congratulations to President Ilham Aliyev. The letter states, "Dear Mr. President, I congratulate you and the people of Azerbaijan on the occasion of Independence Day. This year will mark 30th anniversary since the establishment of diplomatic relations between the United States and the Republic of Azerbaijan. Our cooperation in the diversification of energy sources and international security yields its results, and Azerbaijan plays an important role in providing and stabilizing security in European and world markets. By supporting the sovereignty of Ukraine as well as providing humanitarian and energy aid to Ukraine conveys an important message. We also commend your contributions to the global fight against terrorism. Now is a promising time to achieve sustainable peace in the South Caucasus. The United States is ready to help to intensify diplomatic contacts and to establish economic, transport and people-to-people contacts between Azerbaijan and Armenia, which will allow for the prosperity of the entire Caucasus and Transcaucasian region. We invite Azerbaijan to undertake expedient steps in the direction of democratic administration and reforms, defending the rights and fundamental freedoms of all Azerbaijanis. During the global unstable time when Russia tries to undermine the main cornerstones of international security by waging the war against Ukraine, the United States of America once more time asserts its support to the independence and sovereignty of Azerbaijan. We look forward to expanding our relations in the years and decades to come. I extend my best wishes to the Azerbaijani people on the Independence Day. Sincerely, Joseph Biden, President of the United States of America. President Ilham Aliyev signed an executive order on the design and construction of the building of Füzuli Vocational Lyceum. According to the executive order, 1 million manat from the funds envisaged in 2022 state budget for the reconstruction and restoration of the territories liberated from the occupation were initially allocated to the Ministry of Education. President Ilham Aliyev signed an executive order on the design and construction of the building of Shusha Realny School. According to the executive order, 1 million manat from the funds envisaged in 2022 state budget for the reconstruction and restoration of territories liberated from the occupation were initially allocated to the Ministry of Education. President of the Republic of Azerbaijan, Ilham Aliyev, received Director General of ISESCO, Salim bin Mohammed Al-Malik.
President Ilham Aliyev expressed satisfaction with the ISESCO Director General's visit to Aghdam and Füzuli last year, to Shusha and the cultural capital of Azerbaijan this year, and praised Salim bin Mohammed Al-Malik's participation in an international conference in Shusha, emphasizing many years of Azerbaijan's fruitful and successful cooperation with ISESCO. President Ilham Aliyev underlined the occupation of Azerbaijani lands by Armenia and commended ISESCO for its continued support for Azerbaijan's just position during the 44-day war. The head of state noted that his country would like UNESCO representatives to visit the liberated territories and see with their own eyes the destruction unleashed by the Armenians there. Unfortunately, despite the fact that more than a year and a half has passed since the end of the war, representatives of this organization have not visited those areas. President Ilham Aliyev noted that the activities of ISESCO and the participation of its experts could play an important part in assessing the material damage inflicted on Azerbaijan by Armenia and communicating it to the international community. The President noted the importance of the establishment of the ISESCO regional office in Baku in expanding cooperation and thanked the organization for its friendship and partnership with Azerbaijan. Expressing his gratitude for the kind words, the ISESCO Director General recalled his previous visit to the liberated territories. He noted that the delegation had been disappointed by the situation there, adding that those areas had been destroyed and razed to the ground. At the same time, Salim bin Mohammed Al-Malik noted with satisfaction that during his current visit, the delegation was witnessing extensive construction work underway in the liberated territories. Stressing that those places were very beautiful, the Director General of the ISESCO said that many people wanted to go there from abroad. In this regard, Salim bin Mohammed Al-Malik praised the President's regular visits to the liberated territories, visits to mosques, meetings with people and moral support for those working there. During his visit to Shusha, the ISESCO Director General noted that he had also visited the church, adding that restoration work there was nearing completion. ISESCO Director General offered a keepsake to President Ilham Aliyev.
Azerbaijan expects Armenia to fully comply with its obligations undertaken within the framework of the Trilateral Statement. We are concerned about the fact that paragraph 4 of the Trilateral Statement, which envisages the withdrawal of Armenian forces from the territory of Azerbaijan, has remained unfulfilled. Prime Minister Aliyev voiced his views While speaking at the meeting of this year's heads of government held via video conference, he added that Azerbaijan will continue to contribute to the strengthening of peace and progress in the region.
Speaking at the meeting of the Council of Heads of Government of the Commonwealth of Independent States, Prime Minister Asadov positively assessed the situation with COVID-19 in Azerbaijan. He said that Azerbaijan is one of the first countries to start the vaccination since the beginning of 1991. He also noted that the economy is recovering in Azerbaijan and economic growth in the first quarter of this year amounted to 6.8%. Speaking about the situation in the region, Asadov reiterated Azerbaijan's commitment to peace and stability, emphasizing that the conflict was left in the past. He noted that Azerbaijan was open to a constructive dialogue and joint work to return the South Caucasus in the region of peace, cooperation and interaction. Demonstrating maximum constructivism and goodwill, Azerbaijan is ready to normalize relations with Armenia, sign a peace agreement and carry out delimitation of borders. Azerbaijan has already determined the members of its delegation for the development of a peace treaty and a national commission for the delimitation and demarcation of borders with Armenia. Despite the ongoing meeting with the trilateral working group, no progress has been achieved in opening economic and transport communication in the region in accordance with the paragraph 9 of the trilateral statement. Official Baku expects significant progress on both issues in the near future. The Prime Minister also informed the participants about the restoration of the liberated lands, including the construction of roads and railways, the construction of the international airports, and large-scale work to provide these areas with electricity.
The international conference titled Advancing Post-Conflict Humanitarian Agenda, Sustainable Development Through the Revitalization of Cultural Environment ended in Shusha. The international event discussed the restoration work in Karabakh, contribution of cultural heritage to the development of tourism, past challenges and future prospects. Environmental problems caused by 30 years of occupation and ways out of them were among the priorities of the conference. It was noted that the two-day international conference had a great importance in terms of restoration of cultural monuments in the post-conflict period. After the conflict, the revival of the cultural environment in Karabakh and East Zangezur is a significant factor in strengthening peace and stability. The restoration and preservation of cultural heritage here will result in the development of the region as a whole. Construction of the Fizuli-Aghdam Highway, the foundation of which was laid by President Ilham Aliyev during his visit to Fizuli district, is ongoing. Convenient travel from Barda to Aghdam and Fizuli and back will be ensured.
Aghdam-Fizuli Highway, underway in Karabakh and East Zangezur economic regions, is considered to be one of the projects to play an important role in the social and economic development of the liberated districts and villages. The road is going to have 4 lanes. The project also includes the construction of a 380-meter retaining wall. The construction of the foundation of the road, as well as the relocation of communication lines, is underway. Construction of highway bridges envisaged in the project is underway. The Aghdam-Fizuli Highway, which is a continuation of the Barda-Aghdam Highway, passes through the territory of Aghdam, Akçabadi, Fizuli districts. Its construction will make it possible to conveniently travel from Barda to Aghdam and Fizuli and in the opposite direction, and will positively impact socioeconomic development along the road.
Works on the first phase of the Alat-free economic zone, which covers an area of 850 hectares, is nearly completed, and the resettlement of residents under this stage has begun. In the near future, work on the second phase will begin in 138 hectares. Due to the large number of appeals, there is a need to amend the law on Alat-free economic zone. This was stated at a meeting of the Parliamentary Committee on Economic Policy, Industry and Entrepreneurship. It was noted that the bill will create conditions for improving the activities of the free zone. One of the fundamental changes is that in cases determined by internal rules, legal entities operating in the zone exempt from all taxes. According to the amendment, the main taxpayers will be exempt from VAT on the goods sold to the free zone, while they will also be exempted from withholding tax. That was all for the day. Thank you for watching us, and stay tuned not to miss the next edition of our program.